You've heard it all before from well meaning family and friends. Since your kids have grown up and started their own lives, you need to get rid of that big empty house. Buying a smaller home will reduce your expenses and free up your time, free up your equity that you have in your home so you can do things that you really enjoy, and the list goes on and on. However, is downsizing really the best thing for you? Today, we're going to explore 5 considerations why downsizing your home may not be the best thing for you. So let's get started. Consideration number one, financial. Financial considerations. Let's get the big one out of the way first. Although the thought of reducing your housing expenses may seem like a no brainer decision, that's because selling a larger home to buy a smaller one may actually result in significant cost savings. But however, it could actually cost you money if you're trying to sell in a buyer's market along with many other sellers. This is not a good idea. Remember what your favorite store does when they have too much of an item or an item is not selling? They make it more appealing to shoppers by reducing the price on the item. The same thing happens in real estate. It's all about supply and demand. Real estate supply and demand is affected by the available housing inventory, mortgage interest rates, and economic activity, to mention a few things. There may be other expenses involved in the sale of your larger home, such as paying off your existing mortgage, closing cost fees, repair fees, real estate commissions, and moving costs. These costs can add up very quickly. If you're serious about cutting expenses by downsizing your home, ask for estimates on the value of your home in the current market. Ask your lender what is the payoff balance of your mortgage and any associated fees. What are your housing plans after you sell? Are you going to rent? If so, what are the rental rates in the area you wish to live? How much have they increased over the recent years? You will need a budget for all of this. If you're going to buy a new home, what types of mortgage plans are available for you to buy your new home? What other expenses, such as inspection fees, closing costs, agent commissions, did you budget for on this? How are you going to move your belongings? Are you getting estimates from moving companies? Or are you budgeting for beer and pizza for family and friends to help you move? With these estimates, you may be able to calculate if downsizing to a smaller home is in your best financial interest. Number two, limited inventory considerations. The current real estate market is a seller's market across the majority of the nation. That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? You may be able to get multiple offers in your home. Today's home buyers are waiving common contingencies such as financing and inspections. They are offering above asking price and not asking the seller to pay any of their closing costs. Often buyers are willing to pay more in a competitive offer situation by using escalation clauses in their offers and different strategies to get the seller to accept their offer over the other buyers. This sounds wonderful, doesn't it? You can get a lot more for the sale of your home, and I agree, it is possible. However, what can you buy to live in is a question in the seller's market. To be frank, you may not have a home to move to. In a hot seller's market, well priced properties are snatched up in a flash. When housing inventory levels are low and home prices are high, it's quite possible to be priced out of the housing market, especially if a hot seller market exists with low mortgage interest rates. Number three, your lifestyle considerations. Consider, what are you going to give up when you downsize your home? Do you enjoy having a space to go off to for some personal quiet time to read a book or to work on a favorite hobby? A larger home may have space for entertaining family and friends, host dinner gatherings, and pursuing activities that require space. Let's not forget having spare bedrooms for overnight or weekend guests. Lifestyle choices and preferences can play an important role in whether a downsized home is the right choice for you. It's important to plan for these. Number four, your personal preference considerations. Let's not forget about you. What are your preferences in a home? Do you enjoy plenty of elbow room where you can spread out with all your activities? For a while at least, a downsized home will feel restricted after you moved in, and you will have less space to put your personal belongings and your household items. You may find that you have to reduce the number of your possessions when you move, simply because they won't fit in your smaller home. Think about that oversized, favorite comfortable chair that you enjoy so much and ask yourself, will it fit in my new home? The real question here is, do you prioritize comfort and space over discomfort and cramped living spaces? Something to think about. Number five, your future considerations. Consider your future needs in a home before you downsize. What are your plans? Do you plan to age in place? Are any of your adult children considering moving back home due to financial reasons or to help you age in place? What future lifestyle changes may be on the horizon that would make it better for you to stay in your larger home? Now we have explored five considerations why remaining in your larger home may be better for you than downsizing. Of course, this is not an all inclusive list of considerations not to downsize your home. I heard you and you know me so well. Since you asked so nicely and to prove my point that these five considerations are not all inclusive, here is number six, your emotional considerations. What I mean by this is, are you ready to downsize emotionally? Often people find themselves very emotional when it comes to home downsizing. Are you ready to leave your memories, your friends, that door frame marked with your children's growth chart over the years? It's true, a home holds sentimental value, and downsizing your home will mean letting go of those cherished family memories and a familiar location. If it is too hard for you to imagine leaving these memories and a familiar area behind for a new adventure in a smaller home, then maybe you're not ready to downsize. This is something very important to consider. The bright side of this is if you do downsize, you can look forward to making new family memories and learning a new area and making new friends in your new home. Then maybe downsizing is right for you. Always end on a positive note. Now you know the six considerations you should make before deciding to downsize your home. It shouldn't surprise you that change can be difficult and it can be stressful to move to a new home. Many things have to be coordinated for a move, notifying family, friends, companies you do business with, such as the utilities, insurance, banking, healthcare professionals, so on, that you're moving. So, what do you think? Is downsizing in your future? What else would you like to know about buying and selling real estate? Leave your comments down below. Need more insights on the real estate market? Click this video next. Above all, make it a great day.